Disclaimer: this is an imaginary story. Please don't relate it with any idol or any other person. It's nothing related to anyone's life. It's pure work of fiction. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or actual events is purely coincidental. It's a Notice 7 story. If you are solo stand and can't see other members, then this story isn't for you. You are on wrong channel. Watch the story carefully, then comment. Be respectful and don't embarrass yourself. Whatever pics are shown in this story, they all have been taken from Google and Pinterest. The credit for them goes to their real owner. Storyline and voice are mine, so please don't copy that. The stepbrother, who had always hated him, who abandoned him at a boarding school when he was just 10 years old, who didn't even come to see him when he was sick, who treated him worse than servants, who fed him only his leftovers, who forced him to sleep on the cold floor, denied even the smallest comfort, who kept him in the house like a prisoner under his watchful eyes. Yet, when his life was in danger, he suddenly became his shield. Without thinking of his own life, he saved him first from fire, then from bullets, and in protecting him, he sacrificed his own life. Will he be able to save his brother who saved him? Will the truth behind the broken family finally come out? Will he ever understand why the one who hated him the most became his silent shield till the very end? Or will he lose his silent and invisible shield forever without ever knowing the truth? T. Yoongi Hyang tapped Yoongi's face. Hyang, Hyang, oh, please open your eyes. Hyang, Hyang, I won't let anything happen to you. He quickly removed his trench coat and shirt, which Yoongi made him wear to protect him from fire flames. He wrapped Yoongi's shirt on his body, where blood was flowing, to stop its flow. He wore Yoongi his trench coat. He stood up and grabbed Yoongi's shoulder to make him walk with his support, but Yoongi's weight was double of his. He wasn't fully fit too. He tried his best. He couldn't move Yoongi a little bit. He was weak. He fell on the ground. He removed his own t-shirt, kneeled down and carefully placed Yoongi on his back and tied with t-shirt around Yoongi's waist with his own waist and tried to walk. He was trying everything what he could do. T, while walking, ah, T, you have to save Hyang. You can't accept defeat. Mama, ah, I will save you, Hyang. Your younger brother. Save your life. Each step felt heavier than the previous one. Yoongi's blood was dripping through T's chest as he was carrying Yoongi on his back. His breathings were uneven. He couldn't breathe properly. Tears were rolling down through his cheeks. He was so scared. His body was trembling. His legs were giving up, but he couldn't stop because his brother's life was in him. He continued walking. His whole body was mixed with blood and sweat. They were in the forest. There was no one who could help them. Soon he saw a blurry vision. A figure was walking towards him. He started screaming. T. Help! Help! We are here! please come here. It's an emergency. T fell on his knees while screaming, holding Yoongi in his arms. Hearing his voice, that figure ran to him. He was none other than Jin, who was running towards him. His forehead had dried blood. His clothes were soaked in his own blood. His breath ached to see Yoongi's lifeless and body and bleeding. Jin, Yoongi bent on his knees and took Yoongi in his arms. What happened to him? T. Abba shoot me, but Hyang came in between. Jin, what? I knew it. That's why I was stopping you. Quickly checked Yoongi's pulses, his fingers trembling slightly. His vitals are very low. We have to take him to the hospital fast. Without wasting a second, Jin lifted Yoongi in his arms. Yoongi's body was limp, body soaked into Jin's clothes. He trembled a little as he was injured too. His head was badly injured. T quickly stopped Jin. T. Hyang, you are bleeding. Let me help you. Jin tightened his grip, ignoring his own wounds. I'm fine. Don't worry. Run, T. We don't have time. The cold night air hit their burning skin as they rushed towards the car. T's legs struggled to keep up, his vision blurred with tears, but he didn't stop. He couldn't stop. Jin carefully placed Yoongi in the back seat. T immediately climbed in, pulling Yoongi's head onto his lap, his hands shaking as he tried to stop the bleeding. Jin got into the driver's seat, his hands stained with blood, gripping the steering wheel tightly. Jin gave his mobile to T. T, call June now. T, holding Jin's mobile with trembling hands. Uh, 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 don't know his number. Jin, while driving at a full speed, his number is saved as Destroy King. Check the save list. Fast, we don't have time. T, Yoongi is critical. T, I found the number, Hyang. Call June. June immediately picked the call. Jinny, where are you? I have been calling you since the morning. Why didn't you pick my calls? Hello, Jinny. T, sir. June, who's that? Taeyang, is that you? Jin, T, put the call on the speaker. T did. June, hello, Taeyang, why aren't you speaking? Jin, June, come to the ABC hospital with Hobie fast and tell Hobie to talk with doctors and arrange the OT. June, OT? What happened? Jin, Yoongi got the bullets. His condition is critical. I'm going there. Arrange everything fast. June, what? But how? Jin, I don't have time to tell you everything right now. Do what I said. We don't have time. Talk to Hobie and prepare the OT fast. I will be there in 15 minutes. June, oh, okay, come fast. I will arrange everything. T cut the call. Jin was driving at the full speed. It seemed like he wasn't driving, he was flying it. T was pressing his t-shirt on Yoongi's wounds, trying to stop the blood. Jin's vision started blurring. Blood trickled down from his forehead into his eyes. His grip on the steering wheel loosened for a split second and the car swerved. The car almost met an accident, but Jin somehow regained control and turned the car. T's head bumped with the driver's seat and he fell, but somehow stopped Yoongi from falling. Jin was breathing heavily, barely conscious. He kept driving because stopping wasn't an option. T. Jinhyang, are you alright? Look into front mirror. Your forehead is bleeding, Yang. Jin, I'm fine, T. The hospital is nearby. Take care of Yoongi. Within 5 minutes, they reached the hospital. Jin carried Yoongi in trembling hands. He was walking towards the gate. T was supporting Jin. He was looking so terrified. He was just 16. He never saw anything like this before. Hobby was waiting with the stretchers. He saw Jin and ran to him, laid down Yoongi on the stretchers, and ran inside the hospital. As soon as Hobie dragged Yoongi's stretcher inside the hospital, his eyes shut down and within a second he collapsed. But June was quick to pull him onto his chest. June, Ginny! Gently patted his cheeks. Ginny! Ginny! Open your eyes! T. Jinhyang! Shook Jin's unconscious body. What happened to him? Why isn't it saying anything? June, looking at T. He just passed out. I'm taking him inside. Come fast. Lifted Jin in his strong arms and ran inside. T. Hyang! Trembled and fell. T fell on the hard concrete road. He was overwhelmed to see everything. He again stood up and went inside the hospital, standing in the corridors near the OT, looking at the red light indicating that operation was undergoing. Hobie was inside with surgeons. June was with Jin in other ward. Only T was there. He was looking at the OT with teary, hopeful eyes. He was so scared. His mind was full of negative thoughts. He was blaming himself for Yoongi's condition. Those bullets were for him, but Yoongi took them on himself. His hands turned cold. Soon a nurse came to him holding Yoongi's clothes and ornaments and handed them to Ting. Nurse, are your patient's relative? T quickly wiped his tears. Yes, he's my Hyang. How's he now? Nurse, it's his belongings. Keep it. Left. T took the tray from nurse's hand and she left. There was Yoongi's blood-soaked clothes. He touched them and recalled how Yoongi wore his clothes and protected him from the fire flames, how he took the bullets on himself. Those were meant for him. He checked there was Yoongi's some ornaments, his expensive chains, rings, watch, and in middle of all those expensive stuff there was an ordinary bracelet. T looked at the stuff with teary eyes and blurry vision. He didn't take much time to remember the bracelet because that was the same bracelet which he made for Yoongi and sent it with the letter. He immediately took the bracelet and said, T, this is the same bracelet that I sent to Hyang with the letter. Hyang wore it. That means Hyang read my letters too. Hyang never hated me because if he did, he would never wear something ordinary which was made by me. June placed his hand on T's shoulder. Hyang? T looked at June. Sir, Hyang? showed him bracelet. June, don't cry. Yungi will be fine soon. I admitted Jin. Doctor is treating him. You also get some injuries. Come with me. Doctor will treat your wounds too. Took him to another ward without listening to him. Time skipped after some times. Yungi's surgery was still ongoing. Jin regained his consciousness and found June was sitting beside him, holding his hand. Jin opened his eyes. Yungi. June. Jinny, you woke up. Wait, let me call the doctor. About to leave, but Jin grabbed his hand. Jin, Yungi. June, his surgery hasn't completed yet. Jin looked here and there. T. June, Tiang is resting in another ward. He also got some minor injuries. There is nothing to worry. Jim and Cook were with him. You just relax. I will come soon with the doctor, okay? About to leave. Jimin ran there. Sir, T isn't anywhere. June, what do you mean by this? Tiang is in his ward. Jimin, yeah, but when we went to meet him, he wasn't in his room. Cook ran there. I checked him everywhere, but he isn't in the hospital. Jin, what? June, you said T is in the room. June, he was there. I checked him before going to bring the medicines. Jin, then where is he? His life is in danger. I have to protect him. Try to remove the IV needle. June stopped him. What are you doing? You aren't well. Jin, I'm fine. T needs me. June, first you need to rest. I will go and find Tiang. June was about to leave, but T entered the ward with red swollen eyes and puffy cheeks. He was limping, holding a bundle of papers in his hands. Jimin quickly supported his shoulder. Jimin, T, come and sit here. T slightly pushed Jimin. No. Trembled a little. Cook quickly held his hand. T, are you alright? T tried to push him too. Leave me. June, Tiang, what's this behavior? Where were you? Do you know how worried we were for you? T ignored him and walked towards Jin. Yungi Yang didn't hate me. He was only pretending to hate me. Showed Jin Yungi's bracelet and letters. He wore the bracelet which I sent to him. He wrote a reply to each of my letters but never sent it to me. Why? Jin looked at the bracelet and letters. I don't know. T. Stop lying, Hang. I know you know each and everything. Please tell me the truth. I want to know the reason why Hang pushed me away, why he never came to meet me, why he pretended to hate me. Jin looked at the other side. I don't understand what you are saying. I have no answer of your questions. Ask to Yungi, only he can give you the answers of your every question. T dropped on his knees and folded his hands. I'm begging you, Hang, please tell me the truth. My mind will blast from assumption. Please answer me. It's really so important for me. Jimin went to T and pulled him in his embrace. T, control yourself. T looked at Jimin. Yoongi Hang didn't hate me. He saved my life. Because of me, he is in the operation theater, fighting for his life. Those bullets for me. But he took them on himself. I am the reason behind this condition. Cook bent on his knees and rubbed his back. No, you aren't the reason. Stop blaming yourself. Nothing was happened because of you. T looked at Cook. Please tell him to tell me the truth. Hobie entered there. What's happening here? June turned to him. Hobie, you are here. How's the operation? Hobie, the operation was successful. Now there is no need to be afraid. He is completely out of danger now. We have shifted him to the ICU. He will regain consciousness in some time. But what happened here? Cook helped him to sit. Yang, please tell the truth. Don't stay silent. T has every right to know the truth. He spent his 6 years in loneliness while thinking his Yang hated him. Jin, I don't know anything, asked to Yungi. June, losing his temper while trembling with anger and desperation. How long are you going to hide behind this? Asked Yungi excuse. We all know you know everything, Jin. I have questions too. Questions that have been burning inside me, and today you will answer them. Jin, I'm not obliged to answer anything. June, you are. Tell us the truth. Why did you say that day that I don't know you or Yungi when we have been friends since high school? Why didn't Yungi ever come to meet T despite all my calls? And these letters? Snatch them from T's hand. These prove he was never what he showed. Then why didn't he send them? Why? Answer us, Jin. Jin, you want to listen the truth? Then listen carefully. Yungi stayed away from T to keep him alive. He chose your boarding school, June, not by chance, but because he trusted you. He knew even in his absence you would provide T protection, that you would never let him be alone. Hobie, shocked. Wait, protect from whom? Jin, from Mr. Min. Hobie, shocked. That's impossible. Mr. Min took care of T. Jin, cut him off. It was all an act. He pretended to love him so that he took his revenge. T. What? Revenge? I never did anything to him. Why would he try to kill me? Tears slipped. First the fire, then the gun. Yang took the bullet for me. Jin looked straight into his eyes. He didn't just try once. Everyone went still. His first attempt was slow poison. Jimin, horrified. Slow poison? When and how? Jin, when he brought T home, there was just the beginning, and the second time when he cooked food for him. But Yungi came just in time and threw it away. Everything Yungi did, every cruel thing had a reason. He fed T his leftover because he made sure it was safe first. He never let him touch furniture because poison was planted there. He made him sleep on the bare floor to keep him away from hidden toxin. He never left him alone, not even for a moment, because he knew his dad was waiting for that one chance. And the hatred, it was all an act so that his dad would never suspect that Yungi cared about you. Cook was trembling. But why? Why T? Why go this far? If he wanted to kill T, he could have done it directly. Why torture him like this? Jin, because Mr. Min was a normal person, he was a psycho, and revenge wasn't enough for him. He wanted pain, slow, unbearable pain. Jimin, but why T? Jin, because he looks exactly like his mom. Looked at T. Your mom never betrayed Mr. Min. She was loyal, but his love turned into obsession, madness. He couldn't tolerate her smile, her existence, her breathing. He tortured her, broke her piece by piece. To protect Yoongi, she sent him away, far from that hell. Your dad saved her, gave her a new life, but the past never left. Mr. Min destroyed everything, your parents, your home. To protect Yoongi, she sent him away, far from that hell when he was only 8. Your dad was a special officer. He rescued your mom, sent Mr. Min behind the bars, and gave your mom a new life. He married her. She started her new life with her new family, but still didn't forget Yoongi. She went to meet him, but Yoongi misunderstood her and started hating her. He thought she left him alone and started her new life. Years passed, but Mr. Min's hatred didn't calm down. It grew. When T was 10, his men planned the accident. In that accident, only you survived. Yoongi immediately reached the hospital after hearing this news. He still hated her but couldn't stop himself. Your mom, before dying, told Yoongi everything and gave your responsibility to him. Yoongi didn't believe it at first, but when Mr. Min got out of prison and Yoongi lived with him, he experienced the same torture his mom did. That's when he understood everything, and that's when he realized if Mr. Min finds out you are alive, he will destroy you. Yoongi wasn't a mafia back then, he couldn't protect you directly, so he sent him away for your own safety. He stayed away so that danger stays away from you. He wanted to meet you countless times. He wrote replies to every letter in front of me, but he never sent because loving you openly meant risking your life, sometimes to save, sometimes you have to become the villain in front of others' eyes. T shattered. Yang never hated me. Jin, every I hate you doesn't mean hatred. Sometimes it means I want you to live. June, realization hitting. That day in the office, you pulled me away because you didn't want Mr. Min to suspect T. Jin slowly noted. Yoongi was already striving for days, punishing over a small mistake. He was finally about to eat after so long. But then you came there, snatched the food from his hand and threw. If I hadn't taken you away, suspicion would have fallen on you, and from you it would have reached T. T crying uncontrollably. He did all this for me, and I kept everything thinking he hated me. My mom said my Hang would always protect me, but I doubted him. I'm not even worthy of being his brother. Hobie immediately kneeled and held his shoulders. No, don't say that. You stood by him even when you didn't understand him. That's what a real brother does. Gently wiped his tears. Now it's your turn. Yoongi is weak. He needs someone not as a protector but as his strength. Will you stay with him like his shadow. T wiped his tears. Yes, I will take care of my Hyang. I won't let anything happen to him. Not anymore. He already bore enough. Now I will become his shield. I will protect him. I will bear my responsibility of younger brother. He clenched the bracelet tightly, pressing it to his heart. For the first time, he didn't feel abandoned. He realized he was never alone, he was just protected from a distance. How blessed he was that his young loved him even more than his own life. Time skipped after some times. Jungi's fingers slightly twisted, a faint movement barely noticeable, but enough. T, who was sitting beside him, bed, holding his hand tightly. Jungi, T, T immediately looked at him. Yang, I'm here. Tears slipped from his eyes. You woke up, Yang. I was waiting for you. Jungi lifted his hand to wipe his tears. No. T quickly held his hand and wiped his own tears through Jungi's hand. I'm not crying, Yang. I'm fine. All thanks to you. Kissed on Jungi's back of the palm. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. T's voice trembled but didn't mind. Even after being on the verge of death, Jungi was worried for T. He looked at him carefully, scanning him. T understood his concern. He left Jungi's hand and walked a little. T, look, Yang, I'm completely alright. I can walk. I can dance. Cutely started dancing. I can jump too. Jumped but fell. Jungi T lifted his hand. T, ouch. Ah, I'm fine, Yang. Stood up by rubbing his back. This floor is so slippery. Went back to Jungi and sat on the stool. Don't worry, Yang. Jungi looked here and there. Dad. T, he's gone, Yang. Now there is no one who can separate us. Now we will live together. You know, Dr. Hobby is very bad. He pulled out a syringe full blood. Scolded him. He hurt me. He dramatically started crying. Jungi smiled a little to see his cute dramatic face. Jungi finally felt relaxed to see T fine, a big burden from his chest removed. He looked upward like he was saying his mom that he kept his promise. He saved his younger brother. Outside the ICU, the rest were standing and watching T and Jungi. They all were happy to see them together, finally free from every danger. But there was Hobie, who couldn't help with his judgmental nature and started judging T. Hobie, why is he showing Jungi his hand and suddenly started crying? Jimin, he's complaining Jungi hung about you. Hobie, about me? But what did I do to him? Cook, you pulled out his blood. Now wait, Jungi Hang will take out your bucketful blood. Hobie widened his eyes. Seriously? How dramatic he is. I didn't pull out his blood for drinking. It's for his test. Jimin, that doesn't matter to him. Now your life is in danger, Dr. Hobie. Be ready to cry. Hobie, I think you both need an injection too. Jin smiled. After years, I saw a smile on Jungi's face. He is covered with bruises from head to toe, but his face is glowing with satisfaction. I wish now he lives peacefully with his brother. June side-hugged him. Indeed, he will. His all these sacrifices finally pay him off. Everyone was happy for T and Junki. They all decided to keep the truth secret that they knew about Junki's past and sacrifices. They didn't want Junki to remind his vulnerability. They want him to stand up again as the strongest shield. Sometimes love doesn't stay close, it protects from a distance, and sometimes the ones who hurt you the most are the ones who were bleeding for you all along. Want a bonus part? Sometimes the people who hurt us the most are the ones silently protecting us from something worse. Love isn't always warm hugs and sweet words. Sometimes it hides behind distance and harshness. Not every I hate you means hate, and not every absence means abandonment. Before judging someone's action, understand the battles they are fighting alone, because real love doesn't always stay. Sometimes it sacrifices itself to keep you safe. In the end, love and loyalty are the strongest shields against cruelty and loss. The end. Author's note. That's it for today. I hope you all liked it. Final part of this story has also ended here. If you haven't watched the story from the beginning yet, you will get the link of playlist in the pinned comment. Not every story is meant to be sweet and perfect. Sometimes protection doesn't mean standing beside someone. It means pushing them away to keep them safe from harm. Jungi never truly hated T. He only pretended to distancing himself to protect T from his dad. Even though he never went to meet him or contacted him directly, he always kept track of T through his secret agents. He understood the pain of loneliness because he had lived through it himself. I hope you all enjoyed it. We will meet soon with new story. Till then, take care of yourself. Love you all. If you like this story, then please do like, subscribe, share, and comment. I assure you that you will never gonna regret on your decision. Thanks for watching.